In health news, the 17 vaccine experts who were recently dismissed from the CDC's advisory committee are speaking publicly. The former members say they're worried HHS Secretary RFK Jr. will destabilize vaccine policy in the U.S. They said the abrupt dismissal of the entire group and their support staff has stripped the program of institutional knowledge and continuity. Kennedy said that he dismissed all the committee members because they were, quote, plagued with conflicts of interest. 2 days later, he named 8 new advisors to the panel. The condiment maker Kraft Heinz plans to remove synthetic dyes from its products before the end of 2027. The company announced that they'll remove F, D, and C colors from its U.S. portfolio. Kraft Heinz said that they would not launch any new products in the United States with artificial dyes. The move comes as federal health officials put renewed scrutiny on artificial food dyes due to potential health concerns. Nearly 90% of its current products are already free from those dyes. As Men's Health Awareness Month rolls on, we thought we'd take a look at the health concerns affecting younger men. The decisions that teenage boys make now during this critical stage in their lives will affect their health as they get older. Dr. Sondike, director of the Division of Adolescent Medicine at Akron Children's Hospital, joins me live this afternoon. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, it's a pleasure's mine. Thank you for having me.
So let's talk about addictive behaviors at that age. Between phones and video games, it's difficult to monitor their digital device use. So how can that behavior keep them from having a healthy routine?
Well, we know that the adolescent brain is still developing. And what happens with the adolescent brain is that the reward centers of the brain develop long before the judgment center develops. So the adolescent brain doesn't really understand consequences, just consequences and rewards. So things that constantly give us our dopamine hits, like risk behaviors and screen behaviors and everything, are really very, addicting for our young people. And it's very easy for them to get caught up in it. And then that influences everything, including decision making, including sleep, including risk-taking behaviors.
Right, yeah, it's like a domino effect for sure. Another concern about addiction is substance abuse. What kinds of substances are teens experimenting with, and how does some of these substances impact them down the line?
Well, since cannabis has become legal, we've been seeing a lot more cannabis and a lot of more cannabis-related problems in our young people. We do know that long-term, early-on cannabis use affects the brain, affects cognitive development. There's been some studies that show that heavy marijuana use in teenagers can decrease adult IQ by as much as 8 points. And so the things with the legalization is this is not your father's marijuana. In the dab pens, in the edibles, in the vapes, it's significantly stronger than what we as adults are used to. And it's really causing a lot of problems, a lot of sleep issues, a lot of mood issues, and even immediate health issues, including overdose effects.
Now, this is also a time when annual physical visits tend to drop off. How is maintaining those important for adolescent boys?
It's very important. So we can, in adolescent medicine, we're trained to screen for depression, anxiety, substance abuse issues, as well as overall health and well-being. When kids don't have access to these things, particularly boys are sort of trained by our culture not to talk about their mood, not to talk about depression, not to talk about it. And suicide is 4 times more common in boys than it is girls, probably partially because of that reason. So seeing a trained professional once a year just to do those screenings, make sure that they are safe, is extremely important.
Absolutely. Dr. Sondike, we appreciate you joining us with this important information.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.